It is about that time to visit with our good friend Brian Duffy. He's going to show us how he creates those things that make us snicker and chuckle every time we see one of his drawings. But there's the important thing. Big event going on tonight there, Mr. Duffy. Tell everybody about it.
Well, I've got a book signing at my studio, which is at 2404 Forest Drive, which is right next door to Terrace Hill.
Is Terry coming over?
I don't know. I sent him an invitation.
Did you?
Haven't heard back. Yeah, I'm not allowed on the property itself. They have
right,
state
but he
control.
can come to you, though.
Yes, he can.
Okay.
Yes, he can. So hopefully,
what does he
he'll show
think
up
about you? Because you've probably drawn him 1,000 times. What is?
You know what? He's got a great. He has a great take on it. I have to admit. You know, he understands what I do, and you know, I sat down a couple months ago. He came over. He actually came over to to my studio, talked for over an hour.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
well, that's pretty cool.
He's, you know, one of the things that he's extremely good at is able to relate to anybody and to talk about just about anything.
No.
All right, so this event's going on later on tonight.
This is going to be later on tonight. Beaverdale Books is sponsoring it, and we'll be signing books, but also I'll be doing a little bit of drawing too.
Oh, yeah.
And they can see my studio. I've been told that I still have to clean it up, even though I've done it twice. But I've been told that it's not good enough.
Not good enough?
Yeah.
Nag.
But people like to see the space where you create and what you do, and that's why we appreciate you coming on our program to kind of create something for us to look at.
And I don't leave this place a mess usually, because I'm not here long enough.
Craig does.
True. Yeah. All right, so what are we going to do here today? We have another person you're going to draw.
Yes, I mean, we're not running out of these people.
Yeah, you got plenty to go for.
There's still a couple more Republicans to do, and I think I've got one or so Democrats to do. But today we're going to do somebody that used to be a governor of New York. Any guesses?
Governor of New York.
Right. Webb? No, not Webb.
George
Pataki.
No. I heard somebody say something in the background there. Something about
what did you say?
Cuomo.
Oh, Cuomo.
He's running?
No. In fact, this individual, George Pataki, was the one that defeated Mario Cuomo back in 1994.
I think we had a chance to meet
him.
Didn't he come to the fair a couple years ago?
This guy's running?
Yes, he's running. Yeah.
I don't
think you've really seen him there.
No, we
here
haven't.
So much in the state. He might have been here once or twice, but I mean, he's focusing more on New Hampshire. He's considered one of the last moderate Republicans, so Iowa's not a perfect fit for him. Right. So he's not going to spend the time here.
I'm almost positive he came to the fair maybe 4 or 5 years ago, just running around the fair. We had a chance to visit with him there.
Well, he was also the governor during 9/11, except there was another individual by the name of I think we all know.
Giuliani.
America's governor.
As a matter of fact, I think he might have been with Rudy at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't have gotten any attention if
I was going to say, everyone thinks of Rudy at that time, not of this guy.
No, not at all. So he really didn't get any of the publicity whatsoever out of it. And I don't think he's that type of an individual to begin with.
We've never talked about your drawing of the eyes, because if you mess those up, the rest of it doesn't really matter, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, if you mess a lot of things up, I mean, the eyes are one thing, but yeah, I think you really have to get the eyes pretty much down. But if you do the ears wrong, if you do the nose wrong, there's a lot of things that that you can screw up that make people go, "Who'd you say that was again?"
Well, and you've talked about before how everyone kind of has a couple features that you immediately are drawn.
Yeah, and also it does take a while to really figure out what those features are and how they stand out and what to do with them. So at times it's a process where the face will maybe stretch out a little bit more as I become more accustomed to drawing them. So
obviously you were drawn to his eyes.
Yeah, generally. And I think that a lot of times I do focus on drawing the eyes to begin with anyway. I think with him, it's the eyes, and I can kind of move down from there, but he has kind of this crooked grin that I can pick up on. Now, I'm not probably going to polish him up that much because I don't think I need to.
Brian, you know what that looks like, right?
Who's that?
The Grinch.
Well,
it
no.
Sort of does, now that you mention it.
No, the Grinch actually would have been the person. When you sit there and you're drawing somebody at times, you say, that really looks like this person, and that really looks like that person. And actually, when I was drawing him, he looks a little bit like Bob Ray.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I'd noticed as I was drawing around the eyes, around the mouth a little bit, that kind of crooked smile. So, you pick up on certain things like that. The Grinch would be more like John Boehner. I was drawing him one day. And
Yeah, I agree.
Whoa,
I agree.
there it is. Just an orange Grinch, but it's
And you only have so much time left to get that guy, too.
yeah,
so.
Yeah, I've got him down pretty well.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, these people, you get them down and then they decide to leave their positions, leave office.
Yeah, you might not be able to leave.
Can't find anybody who wants a job.
Which is another thing that I don't understand is that when a state, when the voters elect you, why do you want to just say, well, the other people in Congress don't really like me that much, or at least the 20 of them that are in the 20 or 40 of them that are in the Freedom Caucus, so I'm going to leave government. Then don't run the first time, or don't run that time then. You're not there for them. You're there for the voters that put you there in the first place.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's true.
So do we not know this man's name as we would others because he's been in the pre-caucus?
Well, I don't think you know him because he hasn't been spending a lot of time here.
Okay.
He'll go to a more moderate state like New Hampshire. Mm-hmm. And he might go down to South Carolina, places like that. But I think that they focus on the fact that it's not going to be the state that they're really going to do well in. And even Rudy Giuliani completely skipped the Iowa caucuses. Mm-hmm. But then he decided to skip everything else up until Florida. And by that time, we forgot who America's mayor was.
Right. Well, there you go. Again,
Yes.
though, let's remind everybody tonight is a big event. If you want to see where Duffy does his magic, you have a chance to go check it out tonight, right?
Exactly.
Tell everybody the address.
The address again is 2404 Forest Drive, just west of Terrace Hill, and it's just on the corner there, right past the parking lot.
Okay. All right, so there you have it. Go check out and see where Brian draws everything and see what it's like firsthand. So perfect. Wonderful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Well
Thank
done
you
as
very
usual,
much.
man.
Thank you.